Jacques Lacan was born in Paris, France in 1901. He initially trained as a psychiatrist and began his career as a psychoanalyst in the 1930s, working with patients at the Sainte-Anne hospital in Paris. In the 1940s and 1950s, Lacan began to develop his own unique approach to psychoanalysis, drawing on the works of Freud as well as linguistics, philosophy, and other fields. Jacques Lacan was heavily influenced by the work of Sigmund Freud and his theory of psychoanalysis. However, Lacan's approach to psychoanalysis differed in several significant ways from traditional Freudian psychoanalysis. One of the key differences between Lacan and Freud is their approach to the unconscious. While Freud viewed the unconscious as a repository of repressed memories and desires, Lacan saw it as a structured system of meaning that is shaped by language and social norms. Another important difference between Lacan and Freud is their emphasis on language and communication. Lacan believed that language plays a central role in shaping our sense of self and identity, and he emphasized the importance of symbolic communication in the formation of the unconscious. Despite these differences, Lacan's work can be seen as a continuation and elaboration of Freudian theory. Like Freud, Lacan was interested in the ways in which unconscious desires and conflicts shape our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. He also shared Freud's view that psychoanalysis is a process of uncovering and exploring the unconscious mind in order to achieve greater self-understanding and personal growth. Jacques Lacan's concept of the mirror stage refers to a critical period in a child's development, typically occurring between 6 and 18 months of age, when the child first recognizes their own image in a mirror. According to Lacan, this moment is significant because it marks the beginning of the child's understanding of themselves as a separate entity from the world around them. During the mirror stage, the child experiences a sense of unity and completeness when they see their own reflection. This moment is characterized by a feeling of joy and satisfaction as the child identifies with the image in the mirror. However, this moment is also marked by a sense of fragmentation, as the child begins to recognize that the image in the mirror is not a perfect reflection of themselves. For Lacan, the mirror stage is significant because it marks the beginning of the child's journey towards a sense of self-identity. The child begins to understand themselves as a distinct individual, separate from the external world, and this sense of identity is shaped by their interactions with others and the social and cultural context in which they are raised. Lacan saw the mirror stage as a crucial moment in the formation of the ego, or the conscious sense of self, and he believed that it laid the foundation for the development of the unconscious mind. The sense of fragmentation and lack experienced during the mirror stage would become an important source of desire and motivation, driving the child to seek a sense of wholeness and completeness throughout their life. The symbolic order. Lacan believed that language and culture play a central role in shaping our unconscious mind and sense of self. The symbolic order refers to the complex system of language, culture, and social norms that shapes our understanding of the world around us. The imaginary order. The imaginary order refers to the realm of images, fantasies, and illusions that shape our perception of ourselves and the world around us. Lacan believed that our sense of self is largely constructed through the imaginary order, which is shaped by our experiences of the world and our relationships with others. The Oedipus complex. Lacan's theory of the Oedipus complex builds upon Freud's concept of the same name. According to Lacan, the Oedipus complex is not simply a matter of sexual desire for the opposite sex parent, but rather a complex set of relationships and identifications that shape our sense of self and our relationships with others. The real. The real is the realm of experience that is beyond language and representation. Lacan believed that the real cannot be fully captured by symbolic communication and is always experienced as a lack or a sense of incompleteness. Jacques Lacan's understanding of me, Tony, my, metaphor, and desire is a key aspect of his psychoanalytic theory. According to Lacan, these concepts are essential for understanding the structure and dynamics of human desire. Metonymy and metaphor are two different modes of symbolic communication. Metonymy involves using one word or image to stand in for another, related word or image, while metaphor involves using one word or image to stand in for another, unrelated word or image. Lacan saw these modes of symbolic communication as central to the structure of language and the formation of the unconscious. In Lacan's view, desire is not a direct expression of our needs or wants, but rather a symbolic communication that is structured by me, Tony, my, and metaphor. He believed that our desires are shaped by the symbolic meanings and cultural narratives that we are exposed to through language and culture. We are not simply driven by our biological needs or impulses, but rather by a complex set of symbolic meanings and associations. For Lacan, desire is characterized by a sense of lack or incompleteness. We desire what we do not have or what we cannot fully express in language. Desire is thus always mediated by symbolic communication and shaped by the language and culture in which we are embedded. In Lacan's theory, the relationship between me, Tony, my, metaphor, and desire is complex and multifaceted. Metonymy and metaphor are central to the formation of symbolic communication, and they structure our desires and shape our sense of self and identity. At the same time, desire is also shaped by the symbolic meanings and associations that are generated through me, Tony, my, and metaphor. Ultimately, Lacan's theory emphasizes the importance of language and symbolic communication in shaping human desire and the complexities of our inner lives. Some of his notable works include Eckrets. This is a collection of Lacan's essays and lectures, published in 1966. It includes some of his most influential works, including The Mirror Stage and The Function and Field of Speech and Language in Psychoanalysis. The Four Fundamental Concepts of Psychoanalysis. This book, first published in 1964, is a key text in Lacanian theory. It includes Lacan's discussion of the four concepts of the unconscious, the drive, transference, and the symptom. The Seminar. This is a series of lectures that Lacan gave to his students over the course of many years. The seminars cover a wide range of topics related to psychoanalysis, including the formation of the unconscious, the Oedipus complex, and the relationship between psychoanalysis and philosophy. The Ethics of Psychoanalysis. In this book, published in 1959, Lacan explores the ethical implications of psychoanalysis. He argues that psychoanalysis must confront the real of human desire, which is often at odds with social norms and moral codes. Television. In this essay, published in 1973, Lacan reflects on the role of television in shaping our understanding of the world and our sense of self. He argues that television reinforces the imaginary realm of human experience, which is characterized by images and fantasies, rather than the symbolic realm of language and meaning. Jacques Lacan's psychoanalytic theory has been influential in the field of literary criticism, particularly in the areas of structuralism and post-structuralism. Some of the key questions that Lacanian literary critics might ask include: 1. How does the text reveal the workings of the unconscious mind? Lacanian critics are interested in how the language, imagery, and symbols in a literary text reveal the hidden desires, fears, and conflicts of the human psyche. 2. How does the text use language to create meaning? Lacanian critics are interested in the ways in which language is used to construct and communicate meaning, and how the structures of language shape our understanding of the world and our place in it. 3. How does the text challenge or reinforce cultural norms and values? Lacanian critics are interested in the ways in which literary texts can challenge or reinforce dominant cultural norms and values, and how this can impact our understanding of ourselves and others. 4. How does the text address the relationship between the individual and society? Lacanian critics are interested in the ways in which literary texts explore the tension between the individual and society, and how this tension is shaped by language and cultural narratives. 5. How does the text reveal the complexities of identity and subjectivity? Lacanian critics are interested in how literary texts explore the complexities of human identity and subjectivity, and how these are shaped by cultural and linguistic factors. Lacan died in 1981, but his legacy has continued to shape the field of psychoanalysis and influence a wide range of disciplines, including literature, philosophy, and cultural studies. Overall, Lacan's work on psychoanalysis has had a profound impact on the field, and his ideas continue to influence contemporary debates and discussions about the nature of the human psyche and the role of language and culture in shaping our inner lives.